All right, so we're going to jump into a pretty interesting Champions League matchup today. Bologna taking on Dortmund.
Yeah.
And, you know, on paper, maybe not the most exciting game.
Yeah.
But I think if you look into it a little bit more, you can see that this thing has the potential to be really intriguing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got some great expert analysis I want to dive into here.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah, Bologna taking on Dortmund. So, just to give everybody the quick overview here,
Sure.
we're looking at expert analysis from the world of sports journalism,
Yeah, some great stuff out there.
trying to break this game down.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to find some pretty surprising stuff along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first thing that jumps out to me here
Sure.
is just how poorly Bologna's done in Champions League this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you can't sugarcoat it.
yeah, they're at the bottom of the table, right?
33rd
33rd
out of 33.
place, 2 draws, 4 losses.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah, and the craziest thing about it is that they haven't even held a lead
Not for a single minute.
the entire season, not even a minute.
Nope.
So that's got to be pretty demoralizing for the squad.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, can you imagine never even having that taste of victory?
Right.
Just always chasing the game.
Yeah, and I guess just to kind of compound that misery,
Yeah.
they're the only team in this Champions League season that has not scored a goal from open play.
I know. Wild, right?
So they've gotten a couple goals off of like penalty kicks and stuff like that.
Set pieces, free kicks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's you start to look at that and you're like, okay,
Right.
maybe this team just isn't very good. But then
But here's the thing.
you look at their recent domestic form,
Exactly.
and they've scored at least 2 goals in each of their last 5 matches.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. So they're getting results. They're scoring goals.
Mm.
So it makes you wonder: is this a sign that they're finally starting to
Find their groove. Yeah.
find their scoring touch?
Yeah.
Are they going to maybe peak at the right time, or is Dortmund just too much for them to handle?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at Dortmund's history,
Pedigree.
last year's Champions League runner-up,
Right there knocking on the door.
but they are on a bit of a skid right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a slump, wouldn't you say?
A 3-match losing streak, only 1 win in their last 8 matches.
Oof, that's got to sting.
3 draws, 4 losses.
Yeah, not the form you want heading into a crucial match.
Especially a Champions League match.
For sure.
And, they just lost to Barcelona in their last Champions League game, 3-2.
Yeah, that one was a heartbreaker.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess the question is this just a little bump in the road for them, or is this a sign of something more serious?
Well, you got to think the coach is feeling the pressure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The fans expect results, especially after last year's success.
Right. And, I mean, they've got a proud history in the Champions League as well.
Absolutely. One of the most consistent German teams in the competition.
And so, you look at that and you say, okay, well, historically,
Let's dig into the history a bit.
Dortmund rarely loses back-to-back Champions League matches.
Yeah, they've got that bounce-back ability.
The last time they did it was November 2021.
Wow, so it's been a while.
And on top of that, they've got a pretty strong away record in the Champions League. They've won 3 out of their last 4 away matches to 0.
So not only are they winning on the road, but they're shutting out their opponents.
Right, exactly.
Impressive.
So, all of those things kind of point in Dortmund's favor.
It does paint a picture.
But there is one kind of interesting historical
wrinkle.
Yeah, wrinkle here.
Wrinkle.
And that is that Dortmund has historically struggled against Italian teams on the road.
This is where it gets interesting.
They've only got 1 win
Just.
in their last 6 such European matches.
Oof.
1 draw, 4 losses.
Talk about a pattern.
That's a pretty significant trend.
It is.
And so I guess that kind of leads to the question of, is this Bologna's chance
To make history, yeah.
to pull off the upset?
I mean, stranger things have happened, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And we kind of talk about how Bologna's been scoring domestically.
They've got that firepower.
So maybe they just need a little warm up.
A little time to gel.
Yeah, and now they're ready to kind of unleash
Unleash the Kraken.
on the Champions League.
Why not?
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting kind of dynamic here.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some players to watch, because I think,
Always my favorite part.
yeah, there's some guys on both sides of this thing that I think, could really make a difference.
Sure.
On the Bologna side, I'm really curious about this guy, Jens Odgaard.
Oh, yeah, he's an interesting one.
um, he seems to have this